Bruce Lowry Chevrolet is celebrating 100 years of family ownership and giving you the best deal on your next vehicle. From the 2022 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab with 1.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, to the 2022 Chevy Equinox with 0% APR or $1,000 cash allowance. Come see us at 711 Southwest Loop 820 in Fort Worth or visit BruceLowryChevrolet.com. Bruce Lowry Chevrolet. Find new roads.
We all love those beautiful sunrises and sunsets that bring amazing colors to our sky. But exactly how do those colors happen? Why is it that when the sun is low in the east or the west, we tend to see a yellow, sometimes orange color, but when the sun is high in the sky, it's just a blinding white? Here's a little bit of why that happens. First, a beautiful sunrise. I mean, just gorgeous. And you notice that you got this, kind of an orange color in the rays, and then obviously a yellow there. Sometimes when it's lower, just coming over the horizon there, you'll see a little bit of an orange color. And here's why, is when the sun is in the east, it's going through the atmosphere at an angle. So what's happening is that you have more atmosphere for it to travel through because it's coming in at this angle. So it comes in, it refracts more light in the atmosphere. More of that is scattered as opposed to just going straight through. So when those colors are scattered, we're seeing more of the yellows and oranges instead of just all the colors on the spectrum. So it's really the same thing as why the sky is blue, because the atmosphere scatters light, and the most frequent color that we can see in the sky is blue. So in this case, with the sun, obviously this is not to scale, but the way the sunlight is coming in at an angle, so more of that light is having to pass through the atmosphere at that angle, and that's how you get that kind of different, that yellowish, sometimes orangish light. Now, middle of the day, you see the sun. It shows some yellow here, but really when you're looking at the sun, this is a photo, but when you look at it yourself, hopefully you're not looking at it too much, it's just a white light. It's just a big, bright, white, blinding light. And here's the thing. It's up in the sky and it's going straight down through the atmosphere to the surface. So because it's going straight down as opposed to at an angle, it's not traveling through near as much of the atmosphere, and not as many of those those colors in the light are being refracted and scattered and that kind of thing. So when it's coming straight down, we're seeing all the colors at once, which comes out as white. Now, what about sunsets? Just look at this gorgeous sunset over the water. And again, you can kind of see the orange and the yellow, and especially when we see clouds, right? Sometimes clouds make for gorgeous sunsets. And this is, again, kind of the same thing as the morning. You have the rays, the sun rays, coming through. That light is being scattered through more of the atmosphere. So again, we're seeing more of the oranges and yellows. And when it's passing through clouds, that's even more scattering. So then you see more of kind of the pink colors sometimes and that sort of thing. So it all depends on how much light is going through how much of the atmosphere to determine what colors we see. And again, when we're seeing the blue sky, that light is coming through, and it's not direct light from the sun. It's radiated light, it's radiated heat and those kind of things. That's scattering in the atmosphere, and the most common color we can see, the light that's scattered the most, is the color blue. That bright blue color, so that's why we see more blue. And then at night, the sky turns whatever color the sun is, because the light is not being as distributed well over everything. And of course, in sunset, the eastern sky is starting to turn dark, right? So the most of the light is in that western sky where the sun is setting. So most of the light is going to come through that. So if you have a yellow sunset, most of the sky is going to be a yellowish, or sometimes, like I said, kind of that pink, because there's sometimes clouds, or that may just be where you're seeing those colors get scattered more in that part of the sky further away from that sunset. So it's all a matter of the light traveling through those particles and those gases in the atmosphere. And, we're thankful for it, because not only does the atmosphere, keep us, the ozone layer and everything else, not only does that keep us, keep Earth inhabitable, right? But it also gives us very, very beautiful and sometimes very interesting sunrises and sunsets. This was kind of a small basic lesson, but it's something that I always kind of wondered, and I always like to think about that. I always like to watch the sunset, watch the colors change, and think about the different layers of the atmosphere that the sun, the light has to travel through. And with that in mind, it just adds so much more to those sunrises and sunsets that we like to see. If you'll suggest in the comments the topics that you would like to see covered here, I would love to read those, and I would love to do the research and look into that for you and bring those segments to you. You can also send me an email at kevin@elliscountyweather.com if you want to get more in-depth, or if you have someone that you think I should interview, something of that nature. Get in touch with me. I would love to make that happen for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.